Hey guys, and welcome to another First Impressions video, the video game series in which we look at a recently released game and I give you my first thoughts and impressions on it. Today we have the rather incredible and rather brain-melting game Sweet Transit. This is a game that I can appreciate for how good it is, whilst I am so god-awful at it because I feel just too stupid to play it that I haven't got very far at all. As always, we'll look through the settings first and then we'll jump straight into the game and I will give you my first thoughts and impressions on it. So, without further ado, let's jump into it. Alright, the settings then. The settings are actually rather impressive, unsurprisingly so. We have language, UI scale, mouse pinning, or panning I should say, custom cursor, lock cursor window if you so desire. You have auto saves that you can set in time intervals. The advisor on or off, you're going to want it on. Run in the background, which is really nice, especially if you're a streamer or content creator. You can alt tab and it not go silent. It's one of the biggest bugbears of games that are full screen of my entire existence. You've got your map UI, you've got mouse sensitivity, custom cursor, problems, and auto save interval. Graphics options, again, a really nice list here. You've got resolution, VSync, dynamic sprite load, texture compensation, lights, shadows, texture resolution. You've got a lot here. It is worth noting that lights and shadows are on low by default. So I turned them on to max and it still ran perfectly like a dream. I also like this. You've got power saving, which means that if you're playing this on a laptop, you can put power saving mode on and get some more battery time out of it as well. The game looks really good. It's very graphically pleasing. The trains look and sound amazing. So I'm really happy that this has got all of these options here. Your audio settings, not as much here, but still plenty. Your volume is set to maximum by default, so you might want to turn that down a little bit. And they've done it where 1 is maximum or 100 and then it goes all the way down to 0. And then you've got your controls. Now you can rebind these, but honestly you're going to be using your mouse for a lot of it and then just WASD to sort of pan. You can speed up and you can go into your root menu and stuff from your keyboard as well. There is a lot here and again it's all rebindable. Really solid menu. Very impressed with this. Let's look at the gameplay. Alright, here we are. We are in our little city. As you can see, I've got my my docks, my storage, I've got my village hall, I've got all my houses, and then over here I've got my warehouse. Now this system works very similar to a lot of other city builders where you have a proximity limitation. What that means is you can't place something if it is too close to the village hall or to the warehouse. You've got to keep everything separate from each other because the whole idea is that you are building rail routes from point 1 or point A to point B, and that's how you connect everything, which is fine to a point. However, this proposes or brings about its own new issues. As you can see, grey areas are places where I could, if I wanted to, place the item. However, because the warehouse is literally too close to everything else, I can't do anything. I can't place it down. And I, in a previous save, tried building the railways up and that didn't do anything either. It kept saying that things weren't connected. It said that I didn't have enough things. I need to get my population to 400 and I can't because they've not got work, and I can't get work because I can't build the coal mine. You are left in this really precarious sort of position where you can't do anything, and if you make a mistake very early on, you are doomed to failure. You physically can't rectify it, you can't save it. Which is a bit of a shame, I'm not going to lie. It's a bit of a problem. And for those of you that are like, oh, why don't you just go through the tutorial? I did. I've done everything like the tutorial said, but this proximity thing is a problem that really stumps many new players. On top of which, I never actually complete the tutorial because this game hurts my head. It is fantastic. It is detailed. There is a lot of micromanaging that you can do. You can do pretty much whatever you want within reason. The problem I've got with it is that there is a lot of things that you got to think about. It's not an easy sort of simulator to get into, or building sim, or city build, or whatever you want to call it. It's not an easy one to get into, and it's not an easy one to get into because you have to think about intersections and signals. And one of the tutorials is you've got this like intersection that you've got to get through, and the only way you get through it is by solving the puzzle. And the game gives you no hints to how to fix the puzzle. It's just, this is what you've got to use and crack on with it. That is it. That is how the game sort of gives you this information to get through it. And it's like I say, it's not one that is for the faint-hearted, which is fair. Like, if you want a difficult city builder and something that's going to be micromanaged to the extreme, you're going to want something like this. The actual building of everything is really nice because it shows you what direction you're going in. It shows you where you're going to end up. The rails move quite nicely, which means that you can really sort of make it go where you want. But that is all moot if you can't get from point A to point B. If you can't then progress the story or progress your city because of proximity sort of limitations, and that's a real shame. It doesn't ruin the game, but it certainly makes it feel sort of pointless. It feels like I have made a mistake and I'm going to have to restart this. I'm going to have to start again. Now, luckily you can delete certain bits if you do make a minor mistake, so that, for example, with here, the fact that I have, you know, I made a slight mistake with the rail there, you can rectify that just by deleting it, which is nice. You know, I like the fact that they've included that as a thing. However, the problem is still there. I cannot complete this because people don't have work and I don't have a train and it's all just gone wrong. So overall, my overarching for this game is it is fantastic. It is pretty, it looks great, it looks amazing. The detail of this game is fantastic, but it is not for new players. This is not a game you would pick up as somebody who is new to city building, as somebody who has no idea about trains or signaling or has the brain capacity to make everything work seamlessly, because you make a small mistake on this game and you will suffer the consequences and there's nothing you can do about it other than just start again. And the problem is, for me at least, that there's only going to be so many restarts before I just go, do you know what, I don't care anymore, I don't want to play this game. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at with it. I like the game, I like the concept, I love how it looks, I love how well optimized it is, but it's just, I'm too stupid for this game. It really is that simple. I am just purely too stupid for this game. I feel dumb trying to play this game. I feel really, really dumb trying to play this game, and it's a shame. Like now I can't even get to the... Yeah, I can't even get to the dirt roads again to expand. Everything is so very convoluted. But anyway, let me know in those comments down below if you've had more success with this, if you've enjoyed it, if you found the same, where the tutorials kind of give you a very slight nudge, but they don't really give you any inclination as to what it is you're actually supposed to do. The fact that you've got prompts that come up is really nice and tells you that I've got to build a coal mine, but it doesn't really give me anywhere that I can build a coal mine, because nothing is in range of it. So yeah, there you are. This is Sweet Transit. It's very good, but very, very difficult. And I am very, very bad at this game. Thank you very much for watching, guys. And I hope to see you all next time. Ciao, ciao.